But when I first saw the bus, I'm like, wow, where did this bus come from?
The passengers like the hybrid buses better.
Stockton is a growing community. Public transit is an absolute necessity. When we put the bus rapid transit system into place, we knew that could only be hybrid technology.
When training operators on hybrid buses, training them technically how to safely operate on the roads around here, it'd be like any 40-foot bus. Where the difference really comes in on training on a hybrid bus is training them on what I call the power ability.
Everybody would love to drive one of these new ones, but it's unfortunate that we can't drive it all the time.
Yo, that's right. No doubt representing 213.
The hybrid bus looks like a regular bus, but there are a few differences that the operator needs to know about. On our approach to the bus, we'll be looking to see which way the wheels are turned. If the wheels are turned the wrong way, and buses are parked beside it, the bus will go into the bus next to it or whatever danger is there. And then when they get to the bus, they're going to start it. Because if the bus doesn't start, there's no reason to do a pre-trip inspection. When they get to the bus, they're going to start it. You turn the master switch 2 clicks to the right. That also turns on the outside lights, so when they do their inspection, the lights are already on.
There's an identification light that tells them when it's time to start the bus. It tells them to wait. Once that light goes out, then they will be able to start the bus.
They press and hold the start button.
The moment they push a button, it doesn't immediately start. I help them appreciate the electronics in the bus because it has to, all the electronics have to kind of talk with each other, and then it tells it to start the bus. Another important point is on the dash there's a switch that is the auxiliary brake switch. And when you look at it, it says enabled or off. I always help the operators appreciate that they never touch that switch, because as long as that cap is down, it's enabled. By their turning it off, it defeats the purpose of having the regenerative braking.
They will do a pre-trip inspection on the outside of the bus. They step off the bus and check for damages and make sure that there's no leaks or any damage to the bus. Everything on the outside of the bus is to be checked before they move it.
It doesn't have a gear shift lever. It is a push button. It's automatic. And what's different now is you're going to push it. It's going to either say F for forward, R for reverse. But you're not going to be sitting there playing with it or downshifting it. The bus itself will take care of all of that. For the operators, most of everything that they have to learn is all in control of the bus. That's where you're going to get people either snapping their head back when you take off or throwing them forward because of the brakes. So it's all about just learning how to control the power in the bus, because a hybrid bus has almost 3 times the amount of pickup from a dead stop to take off than it does a conventional bus. In transit, it's all about taking care of the customer, and so you want to give them the smoothest ride possible.
It's a nice takeoff, nice smooth takeoff.
There's less jerking for the passenger as well as the operator's takeoff.
You guys, great acceleration, going up hills is no problem.
When they are running the bus and coming to slow down, instead of immediately taking their foot off of the accelerator and going to the brake, if they just start to ease off of the accelerator, it kicks in that regenerative braking.
Just take your foot off of the accelerator and allow the coach to brake by itself.
You take your foot off of the pedal and the brake lights will come on.
And when it gets to a point, just apply enough pressure and it's very, very smooth. You don't have to brake it hard like some of the other coaches.
And it's not such an aggressive brake as if they were to take their foot off all at one time.
It's easier to come to a smoother stop. You don't have to apply brake as much, and it's just a better, smoother, gliding type stop.
And again, most of that's all reflected in how they handle the power and control it through acceleration and deceleration. Then they realize how much easier it is to focus on everything else while they're out driving.
You want to control your speed, and you want to be able to stop safely. Anything can happen out here. You want to be able to brake safely. So the speed is very important.
There's nothing you have to do hard with this coach. It pretty much drives by itself.
A bus is always a bus, but the operator can actually improve the performance of the bus.
I don't have to worry about the bus. I don't have to worry about the hybrid itself. It practically drives itself.
The response with the accelerator was a big thing for me because you got a lot of juice right now.
When the bus takes off smooth, rides smooth, it makes a big difference by the end of the day.
You balance it right, you can come to a smooth stop with barely touching the brake.
I'm glad most of our coaches are hybrid. I mean, it's less work, so, you know, that's a plus.
They always compliment me on my driving, so I get more compliments now driving hybrid.
I don't have to adjust a lot with this coach. You get in it, you drive, it's smooth. It's that simple.
I've even tried to drive this with a tow.
Your back doesn't hurt as much.
The customers love the bus as well because once they board the bus, they see how clean it is, how nice the seats are, and not only that, it just drives much smoother.
They are more excited about having a new bus because they know in the summer they have air conditioning.
We're pleased with hybrid technology. You know, it's wonderful when you can actually take a white glove and put it through the tailpipe and not get any kind of soot or particulate matter off of your glove.
Emissions is a big thing in this area anyway. This is a big transit area. By having a hybrid bus, it's great. It cuts down on emissions. It cuts down on a whole lot of problems.
So I think it's probably the most responsible thing that agencies can do right now is to look at what we're going to pass on to our children as they grow up in this community, and trying to be responsible and reduce any emissions we can. This is the way to go.
On a cost savings note, I can tell you that we've put over 100,000 miles on these vehicles in the last 6 months, and with the fuel savings we've experienced, we've saved over $35,000.
We put these two buses in service in 2003, early 2004, and they've just been out there carrying passengers and doing what they're supposed to do, getting great fuel economy. You know, our maintenance department gets all the benefit from it. Our executive staff, our general manager looks at it like a godsend, so we get all the glory, but we're not really doing anything but buying the bus.
I think that once you drive a hybrid, you want nothing else.
That's what they call me, you better watch out. That's what they call me, you better watch out. Queen, 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 queen. That's what they call me, vanilla child. Queen, 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 queen. That's what they call me, you better watch out. That's what they call me, you better watch out.